Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. I just heard Bo Burnham for the first time in a rather hilarious music and video about the internet. And you all practically screamed, as much as one can scream with all caps and bold text, that I absolutely had to review All Eyes on Me next. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get to it. Bassy.
Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seats. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seats. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
We'll call that Antares
Are you
autotune.
feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun. Don't overthink this. Look in my eye. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Come on in. The water's fine. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows everybody. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows. Get your fucking hand up. Get on out of your...
This is so interesting. Like, if you just read the text, it feels like it's going to be a lot more aggressive at first. I mean, like, we're immediately confronted with F-bombs, right? You're like, oh. And instead, it's super mellow. Super mellow. And he's got a lot of words, a lot of lyrics coming at us, but he's delivering them in such a almost a sloppy style, very close to the mic, to the point where you can barely understand what he's saying, but you can just barely understand it. And then I find it fascinating to hear him using so much auto-tune. I think he's really using it as a statement here, not because he needs it, to be determined what exactly that statement is, but he's going for that sound quality. His voice doesn't need the autotune from what I heard before, but it's also all that put together. There's something so dejected. Like, it almost feels heartbroken in the first minute of this song. Let's go back. By the way, this won a Grammy for, I think, best composition for a visual production or something.
Get on out of your seats. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Get your fucking hands up.
And All Eyes on Me being so zoomed into his eyes, that's not a mistake. He actually has a super pretty voice.
Nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun.
This feels
Don't overthink this.
kind of
Look
vulnerable
in my eye.
and
Don't be scared.
destroyed.
Don't be shy. Come on in. The water's fine. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows everybody.
Just want to point out that phrasing. I found that particularly intriguing. We're going where everybody knows everybody, but we're going where everybody knows everybody knows everybody. The way he split that phrase with the breath makes you reconsider the meaning of how everybody, I think, knows everybody and which one we're really concerned about.
Don't be shy, come on in, the water's fine. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows everybody. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows. Get your fucking hand up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Hey, go get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah. Heads down. Pray for me. Heads down now. Pray for me. Get your fucking hands.
So I just want to mention, I was reading a little bit about this and I'm really excited to see it. I believe this comes from Inside, which is a whole essentially like a whole performance, kind of almost like a documentary. But it's a whole story, a whole visual album, do we want to call it that was released, I believe, on Netflix, and that he recorded during the pandemic. I was reading about how many people consider it one of the greatest works of art to come out of the pandemic because of the way he captures it so well. And I see this room and I'm reminded so much of how isolation at once can be incredibly bad for people, but also incredibly good in some ways for certain elements of creativity. It's like it lets our weird get weirder. And it makes us go a little bit insane, which can lead to amazing creative genius. Also, can be a little damaging. So, pros and cons. But that being said, like being locked in a room like this for so long to just create, I think it's absolutely amazing that I'm just excited to see what he made in its entirety. All him. This is all him. A lot of the sounds so far have also felt a little underwater. And again, this is all him. He's doing not only the singing, right, but also writing the song, producing it. So this feeling of being kind of underwater a little bit, also feels like this is the middle of a very drugged night. I think this is all purposeful, and I'm really curious if we'll ever get out of this state.
All eyes on me. You want to hear a funny story? So, 5 years ago, I quit performing live comedy because I was beginning to have severe panic attacks while on stage, which is not a great place to have them. So I quit, and I didn't perform for 5 years. I spent that time trying to improve myself mentally.
He has all of these little tics that he's doing, and I'm watching and thinking, this guy is a genius. The posture, the way he's closing down, like he's often like not even just here. Like there's the feeling of that, yes, he's performing, but he's doing all kinds of things to be visually uncomfortable. I think that I feel really bad for him and the idea of having panic attacks on stage. I want to point out that I believe that a lot of this is autobiographical, but also he's a genius. I often have people who are super high functioning and are aware of every single little detail like that become almost crippled by knowing that everyone is judging every single detail and that they need to be perfect in every single way. I think that maybe that's what this song really is about, this idea of all eyes on me, is understanding the crippling pressure that can cause and how it changes humans.
Trying to improve myself mentally.
The timing is amazing.
And you know what? I did. I got better. I got so much better, in fact, that in January of 2020, I thought, you know what? I should start performing again. I've been hiding from the world, and I need to re-enter. And then, the funniest thing happened.
This story feels so well timed. I feel like all of the pauses build up my anticipation and my dread even more, like January 2020. Oh no. The idea that this would happen then. I had one of the luckiest stories ever for COVID, actually. My husband and I got married on February 29th of 2020. We decided, I think it was about 6 weeks ahead of time, that we were going to do that because we're like, oh my gosh, it's a leap year. Of course we're going to get married that time. Quickest wedding planning ever. We really want a like small personal wedding, so that worked out for us really well. And literally the weekend after our wedding, my family in Washington State was told that they shouldn't fly anywhere anymore. So they were locking it down in Washington State. And if we'd planned our wedding just a little bit later and been normal people who took a longer time to plan their wedding, we wouldn't have gotten married then. The honeymoon took a long time to get to, but that's another story. Luckiest thing ever to actually get married on Leap Day in 2020. Super lucky. Ooh, this is fun. I love seeing these stats on most replayed. Let's see.
And then, the funniest thing happened.
Everything is so...
Are you feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun. Don't overthink this. Look in my eye. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Come on in. The water's fine. You say the ocean's rising like I give a shit. You say the whole world's ending. Honey, it already did. You're not gonna slow it. Heaven knows you tried. Got it good, now get inside. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows everybody. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows. Come on, get your fucking...
Wow, I got so many goosebumps when he split into all of those harmonies. I think that sounded like a vocoder to me in a lot of ways, but obviously, like, he can only record himself doing so many things. But it was really interesting when we saw this visual start to split. Is it back here? I became aware really early of what our front visual and our back visual were doing and noticed, like, ooh, he's taking a breath right now in the back. I feel like we're about to land some vocal harmonies. I love that visual representation of what's happening, but the way that everything has been drawn out and we really didn't have too much going on, the moment everything like stacked with the voices, it had so much impact.
Feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun.
Let's talk about just that line too. I think this is partly why it's effective. There's so much vulnerability in this vocal delivery. And now that we've had a moment to connect with his story, when he takes this line again, it has just a different impact, right? And it feels so human at this moment. It has a lot of air and vibrato in it. He's very close to the mic as well, which makes it feel more intimate. These things add to the humanity, and it makes it somehow more soul crushing. So brilliant to mix that laughter with true, serious gravity.
Look in my eye, don't be scared, don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. You say the ocean's right.
That don't be scared. At first, when I heard it, I thought it was about inviting the audience in. And now I think that line is about him not being scared.
Don't overthink this. Look in my eye, don't be scared.
And the don't overthink this, I think that's him talking to himself to not have a panic attack. Oh my gosh. This song just makes me want to weep now.
Don't overthink overthink this. Look in my eye, don't be scared, don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. You say the ocean's rising like I give a shit. You say the whole world's ending, honey, it already did. You're not gonna slow it, heaven knows you tried. Got it good, now get inside. We're going to go where everybody knows.
Man, got it good. Now get inside. That's right. Inside is the name of this work of art. Got it good. Like he's finally able to go out and do something after 5 years of working on mental health. You guys, it's not like 5 years of mental health work. It is like stamp of approval, you're done. That's a journey that never ends. I can tell you all about that. Because let's see, I've been on my specific mental health journey, including therapy, for like 20 years at this point. So it just keeps on going. Luckily, there's a lot more support, I think, today, and people that are open to that story than there has been before. But the idea of 5 years and feeling like you're ready to perform finally, and then being told, nope, like how soul shattering would that be? Go inside, go away from that thing that you've been building up for 5 years to do. I can't tell you how many people I know that were just absolutely blasted by COVID. It changed everything.
We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows everybody. We're going to go where everybody knows everybody.
What is this time that is printed here? The 59, 29, 59. There's like a 99 before. What is that? I have no idea what that represents here.
We're going to go where everybody knows everybody knows. Come on, get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Hey, come on, get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Yeah, hands down, pray for me. Hands down now, pray for me. I said, get your fucking hands up. Get up, get up. I'm talking to you. Get the fuck up. Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Hey, fucking get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Yeah, come on. Hey.
Oh my gosh. Why do I feel so much watching this? It like feels so painful and familiar, and at on one hand, but on the other hand, I just like feel this enormous amount of heartbreak, I think, for what he went through. And I think that's also just heartbreak for what so many artists experience with COVID. I think I'm relating to a couple of key things that I think he's masterfully concocted. One thing is the entire idea of all eyes on me. I've experienced this in so many different ways in my life. All eyes on me from the perspective of being a live performer, of singing opera, for like over a decade live, right? That's being not just I studied opera and I do some things on the side now. Like, no, that was my full-time job, and I was traveling and I was landing in countries and doing it. That's a different kind of lifestyle where every single thing depends on your vocal health. I think I relate to artists so much because I completely understand how crippling the smallest thing can be to a person's performance. And when he says all eyes on me, and he talked about that panic attack that he would get on stage, I get it. It's not like I wasn't nervous. I would actually classify myself as much more nervous than even the majority of opera singers, more nervous and more terrified. I constantly said to myself, though, my message is more important than my nerves, because I believed in reaching people and communicating with people. So that's what got me through it. But that didn't mean I didn't have total breakdowns. And that didn't mean that the mental struggle, oh my gosh, especially depression when you're all alone in another country, it's enormous. It's a really, really hard life. Some people are more built for it than others. I honestly don't think that I was built to be out on the road all the time. I'm a little extra sensitive, and that makes me a good artist and able to relate to people. But I like doing it from home a lot more than being out on the road. And I like having more recharge time. And anyhow, so I really understand that all eyes on me and how that can be so debilitating, but also there's a desire for it that you hear. And there's this combination of, at one point he was saying, like, hands up and then heads down, pray for me. That there's this conflicting emotion, like, don't watch me, but watch me. And I think that conflict of emotion, of maybe sometimes feeling like you've got to go on even when it isn't what you want it to be, or when you're worried about everything, like, oh my gosh, it's just, the pressure's enormous. I relate to so much of it there. The other thing that I'm really relating to is the camera. I would say, like, my second career here on YouTube. Oh my gosh. I feel so much more relaxed in it now. But I was studying every single thing. In some ways, I'm just glad that I had all of the pressure of opera stage before doing YouTube. Because on YouTube, I feel like I can be my quirky self and make mistakes, and that's just human. And that's nice. We appreciate that. I still am very judgmental, self-judgmental. I'll always try and improve myself, but at least you don't have like 10 million reviewers talking and nitpicking every single little note apart. This is one of the reasons why I don't criticize every single note, because I know how destructive it can be. Let's talk about the things that are good and improve on good in this world. I've talked long enough. Let's go back.
Get your fucking hands up. Get up. Get up.
This moment.
I'm talking to you. Get the fuck up.
Like, that's so real. And you get right there, this moment of oh my gosh, the frustration and the anger at the way he's able to flip so quickly is crazy. But that it feels so real, the frustration and anger at being locked inside when he was ready to go make his craft.
Fuck up! Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Hey, fucking get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah, come on. Hands down. Pray for me. Hands down now. Pray for me. Get your fucking hands.
Okay, so one of the most heartbreaking things in this entire track is actually the applause, because I know he programmed that. It's so funny how a lot of this song, I feel like at face value, it is something entirely different than what it actually is. He's an amazing artist. Oh my gosh. Is that really the end? I thought we were going to have like at least another minute of the song. I wasn't watching the time below. And I almost feel like cheated. I really wanted to see where that was going. I want to watch the whole special now. I think that Bo Burnham is so incredible. I feel almost addicted to the content he's made at this point, because I feel like it's so real and it creates so much emotion, like such a wide dynamic range of emotion, from melting laughing to crying, weeping inside. My God, I feel the need to just see more of his work. What a crazy, sad, yet amazing circumstance that led him to making this. Wow. You guys, did you love Inside? Was that, I want to know what your thoughts are of that. Put a message down in the comments, please. Let me know what else you'd love analysis of. And if you want some more analysis of, let's say videos I made during COVID lockdown time, hey, check out this playlist over here. Maybe you fall more in love with music every day.